I'm gonna run a marathon in fish shoes.
Let's go. Just a quick refresher, the marathon is 26.2 miles long and the first person to ever run one literally died of exhaustion after finishing it. The most common injuries either involve stress fractures on the feet or the feared runner's knee. That's why it is of such great importance to choose the right shoes. The meta nowadays is of course to run with the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent, which according to analysts should be banned because they are simply too overpowered. But compared to the shoes that I'll be running the marathon with, they obviously pale in comparison. And as you can tell by my confident smile, I have absolutely no clue what excruciating pain is going to await me later. But now, there's no going back.
Now's probably a good time to let you in on my game plan.
The plan is of course to finish the marathon, maybe under 4 hours, but I probably won't be breaking any PRs in those bad boys. And to make this marathon even more entertaining for you guys, my buddy Jago has set up 3 challenges that I will be trying to complete during the race. Each challenge will get harder to complete, so definitely stick around for the last one. The first few miles were honestly way better than expected, and I even had dreams of finishing in the top 10. So as the miles flew by, I arrived at mile 5, where it was finally time for the first challenge.
Time for the first challenge. Solve a Rubik's Cube.
For those of you who see me for the first time, here's some context. I'm by no means a stranger to the infamous Rubik's Cube. I even have an entire video dedicated to completing different kinds of Rubik's Cube challenges. Therefore, cubing while running a marathon should be pretty simple.
Let's get it.
Here we go! Easy, let's go!
Okay, the first challenge was easy, but my excitement was very short-lived.
Just past mile 9, and there's a huge blister forming on my right toe.
And just to show you that I don't exaggerate this in any way, at the end of the marathon you can literally see blood on my right toe, even though I was wearing 2 whole layers of socks. And to be honest, having a blister this early in the race made me seriously doubt if I even could finish the marathon in the first place.
My right foot is literally feeling like I'm walking on a pillow because that blister is so big. Literally every step hurt.
But this would of course not stop me from trying the second challenge. Pass somebody while running backwards. But this challenge truly revealed the biggest weakness of my elite running shoes. You see, because they weren't attached to my feet, they kept falling off all the time, especially when I was trying to run backwards. So after several tries, I had to give up. But even though the second challenge was a bust, I still managed to cover a substantial amount of ground.
Made it to the halfway mark. Ran the half marathon in under 2 hours. Now we gotta do everything again. Cheers.
Even though I was still on pace to actually run the marathon in under 4 hours, I still had the hardest challenge in front of me. And as I made it to mile 15, it was time. Race a stranger while balancing an egg on top of a spoon. He bursted out of the gate hot and was off to an early lead. I, on the other hand, was too scared to go full speed at the beginning. But I knew if I wanted to win, I had to turn on the jets. With that,
Alright, with the last challenge out of the way, there was no more distraction from the pain I was feeling on both of my feet.
It's all fun and games in the first half of the marathon, but now both of my feet are like covered in blisters.
And not only that, but at this point in the race, I hit the all-known and feared wall.
He's hitting the wall. It's slowing. And now stopping.
I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Just past mile 17. My right foot is now completely numb.
But what I didn't know at that point was that I was actually suffering from a stress fracture at my right foot, which made me limp on one foot for an entire month afterwards. But at that moment, my only focus was how I could possibly finish the last 6 miles, which, trust me, felt like pure pain.
Just past mile 20, dropped off my pace. Totally exhausted. I just gotta go full cyborg.
And with that, the war against my mind began. Because when confronted with such high-stress situations, your true character gets revealed.
Last 3 miles, my head keeps telling me to give up. I ain't gonna do that.
With each step, the throbbing pain in my foot caused me more and more agony, and I slowly but surely began to doubt if I could endure this pain for much longer.
Last mile, gotta finish strong.
I actually finished the marathon in the fish shoes, and maybe this encourages you to one day try a marathon yourself.
And with that, the 2022 season comes to an end. Good night.